Summer is here, but I wouldn't know it. I've been inside painting stuff. But I often need to wear sunblock inside of the chateau since our windows are really huge and don't offer any UV protection. I'm like Nosferatu, although my coffin is above ground. It feels like I hardly made a dent in this room. But I'm working on the worst corner right now. So this is the paneling. All this has to be filled and sanded. This isn't too bad. But then the plaster up here, this brown is the paint and beneath it is the plaster. I'm not sure why this section it's like an orange rust color. Could be just discoloration from the paint, and not really sure, but I have all this repair to do. And the trick is to remove the paint without gouging the plaster. This is raw plaster under here. Fortunately, most of the detail is pretty much intact, except for we have a big crack up this way. It goes around. So this is a pretty significant crack. What I'm going to have to do with this is gouge this out and fill it properly. So this is going to take a little more time than I had really expected. It's the first time I've been up here. Yeah, there's a lot of loose paint I have to get rid of and then fill the cracks. This wall in front of me is plaster. We still have some paint to remove, and then I think I'm going to put a skim coat on it. Then we're going to go with a lining paper and then the wallpaper. So this truly feels like a never-ending job, but I'm making some progress. In our last episode, the radiators were removed so we could prep and paint. They were cleaned, treated with a rust inhibitor, primed, painted, and reinstalled. I'm so happy that's finished. Saturday night, and this is my evening. Very exciting. So this has been quite a tedious process. All this has been repaired. I have 3 of the, I don't know what you even call these. They're not cornices, but the ceiling detail. It's all been repaired, which is great. So I've completed 3, and I have, how many more to go? 1, 2, I have 5 more to go. But now that I've sort of gotten the hang of it, I think it'll be a little easier. So I'm sort of completing this room in thirds. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just whatever works. Normally, how I would do a room is finish the ceiling and then work my way down. But This is so much work for me. It cuts up the monotony. I get very bored. It's just a lot easier for me to handle. It's just the way I do things. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm tired. Mimi, oh Mimi, don't get wet. Oh, I just painted that. Good to see you out, Mimi. Mimi hasn't been coming out as much. I think she's just having a relaxing summer. That's where she lives, over behind those double doors. She lives in the Grand Salon. But she's free to roam the whole house. Right, Mimi? She's the best. What a sweetheart. So, this always seems to happen to me. I always seem to find animals. So this little guy was walking on a really busy road and was panting, walking up a big hill. I don't know how long he's been lost, but thankfully there's a number on his collar, so we're gonna call the owners. He looks very old, so I'm sure hopefully someone's very worried about him. So we're giving him some water, and he seems adorable and sweet. So, oh, you are so handsome. So we're gonna give him maybe a little bit of food and hopefully get him all sorted. Okay, pup. This is the sweetest dog, and we're just keeping our fingers crossed that he hasn't been abandoned. We were unable to get through to the owner, so I decided to take him to our vet and check to see if he had a microchip. I was happy to find out he did, but when I left him at the vet, I made sure to tell them that if no one arrived to collect him, we would happily take him home. He was super sweet. I was excited to find out that you had done the wiring, but I came down and you have created 3 holes. Now, can you tell me why there's a big hole in the center above our fireplace?
Didn't want that? No? Well...
So explain what you did.
Well, if you can see, if you look through here...
Can I look through?
You know, the wood paneling is a few inches in front of a stone wall. In a couple spots, it seems like here, there are battens that it's attached to that are attached to the stone wall. So it was very difficult. I have a tool for a snake, whatever, for going through, and couldn't get all the way through from one side or from that side. So
I see.
The only way to do it was to make a hole in the middle and get halfway and then go the rest of the way.
And fortunately, you have the piece.
I saved this.
Don't put it in. You're gonna lose it.
But so we put it back in.
Yeah.
And glue it and make it.
I'll fill it.
You'll never notice. Plus, we're putting a mirror there anyway. So.
Yeah. Okay. So that was really the only way to do the electricity. Yeah, those are nice.
I still need to rewire them, but that'll be some new sockets, whatever. Just old wiring. But
that's not going to take a ton of time for you?
No. The wires run through a channel here, so it's not... So sometimes you have to fish the wire through, and it's very difficult. But...
Let me see, so those go through.
Look
what I did. Look what I did. I told you to watch out for the paint. And I just stepped in the...
You're a menace.
Yeah, I am. All right, I'll clean that up in a minute.
No, if you see the wire... There's a channel on the top there.
Yeah.
The wire runs through, so
okay.
You don't have to snake it through like a little tunnel.
Okay, that's easier. These pieces of wood have been sitting in the basement for, a couple of years now?
As long as we've been here.
As long as we've been here. And I kind of put 2 and 2 together. And I thought that they would fit above some of the windows.
Right.
They're cornice pieces. They're
right.
meant to cover the curtain rods.
rod.
And for some reason, I thought we had two complete pieces, but we don't. We have one complete piece, and then these others are in sections. Your job is to recreate another one.
Yeah, well, there's enough of it there. The long piece, the ends are shot, so I might have to cut in the middle or something, because if I take the rotten parts off the end, it's probably not long enough.
Yeah.
But we've got that other piece that's plenty.
So these have been eaten by woodworm. You know, these have been sitting in the basement for years and years and years. They're really pretty. I think maybe we should try to put one up.
It's pretty wet, actually.
I know. Don't fall. Oh my god. Look at that.
Perfect.
Yeah, look at that.
I think it's perfect. You can
Yeah.
see the bar.
Well, the curtains will be there.
Yeah.
We might have to muck around with it, but I think...
Unless it was supposed to attach under. I don't know. Still not a big deal.
No. We'll figure it out. This is a Mirabelle plum tree, and these are the most delicious plums, highly coveted. They turn a beautiful golden yellow color, and they're just the sweetest things ever. And we have a couple of them in this orchard. This one is full of them this year. Last year we didn't get any. It does need to be pruned, so obviously this isn't the time to do it, but we'll do that in the spring. So this is one of the cottages on our property, and you can see it's completely overgrown. One of our priorities is to get this wisteria down. We have a friend who's offered to come and remove most of it. We can see if we can save a little bit to maybe sort of grow over the like a little area, a contained area. So we'll have to see. But what we're dealing with now is this area. This has all been cleared partially. This is one of the areas where we have some wood, but I need to access this area straight through where these big branches are. There is some seasoned wood over there that I need to stack and get over here. So this is more of a two-person job, but I can sort of clear a path with my Barbie strimmer. That's what I call that one. The big strimmer is too heavy for me and it hurts my neck. We have a big giant one that's gas powered. But we hired somebody to come for the day and remove trees and sort of level this out. Now we've asked the farmer to come and sort of finish up the job in exchange for all this wood. We usually split it 50-50, but we thought this isn't a huge amount of wood and it's quite a bit of work because we want him to remove what's left of this little bunch of trees, even it out, and remove this big stump over here. So we figure it's the least we can do is just let him have the wood in exchange to clear up this whole area. So this will be happening soon. But like I said, I just want to get this wood stacked so we're ready for the fall and the winter. There's just always something to do. And it just seems something always takes precedence over another thing that needs to be done. But we have so much to do. This is another wood pile we have that I need to stack. I don't mind stacking wood. I really enjoy it. And Lincoln's over there working on another project. But I've come to find out, hello, oh my goodness, hi, that these yellow flowers are poisonous to donkeys. And usually we come and pull them out because you don't like these. Well, you can't eat them. They don't eat them, so they must know that they don't taste good or they're not good for them. But I try to go around and pull them out anyway. Hello. And the donkey diet has worked. Let me pick up my phone. Hello. So the donkey diet has worked. They've lost a considerable amount of weight. Right, guys? Yes. Because we have blocked off that entire field. So that's just kind of growing wild right now. So we need to get in there and cut that. But you can see the job they've done on the grass. And they do have some new hay from the new harvest. So Uwe is kind of eating around those yellow flowers, but I'm going to go in there and try to get them. Right? You're not eating them, you're just kind of looking handsome in them. You're posing in them. Okay, so now I have to check the donkey water. This is more of a two-person job, and I don't have a chainsaw out here right now. And quite frankly, I don't feel like getting the chainsaw. I'm just tired. But I think if Lincoln's out here, you know, tag team, he can cut and I can move, or vice versa. And we can get this wood stacked pretty quickly. It's just, I don't think I'll be able to do it today because we have other projects going on. But I need to get this done at least in the next couple of days, so that was uneventful, but that's the way stuff happens sometimes. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and if you have something to say, leave us a comment.